What's up, everybody? It is BK, Cam, and Major with Under Pressure. This is our second edition of this podcast, aka slideshow to our Spanish viewers of Nate and Kieran, who love to criticize this show, but it's okay. It's all good. We're just a bunch of dudes. What'd you say?
Haters gonna hate.
Haters will hate, but either way, we're just a bunch of guys that like to talk about sports, and in particular, we're going to be talking about football, being NFL Week 16 predictions, also our last-minute playoff predictions before things start getting confirmed and clinched in Divisions 1 and yada, 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 and then finally it will be the college football playoff talk. So, before we get started, let's just wish you all a Merry, Merry Christmas, Merry Chrysler, Feliz Navidad for our Spanish viewers, and yeah.
How do you say Christmas in Spanish?
Moving on.
Great first words, Chris.
Alright, guys, so NFL Week 16. We got Saturday and Sunday and Monday games. So on the 23rd is Indianapolis going to Baltimore. Who we got in that one, guys?
You know, I've been like this the whole year. I gotta go with my boy Jacoby Brissett.
Oh, my Atlanta.
Colts.
Jesus Christ.
I think it's simple. I think you go Baltimore. They're a stronger team, and they're playing at Baltimore. I just think Jacoby Brissett and the Colts are just not a good team, whatever Cameron says or not. I just don't think it matters. Baltimore's winning this one. Chris.
I didn't think anything needed to be said. I mean, it's simple. It's simple.
He's simple. All right. So then the 8:30 game. In the 8:30 game, we got Minnesota and Green Bay. Minnesota's traveling to Lambeau Field. No Aaron Rodgers. So does that affect anything, even with Aaron Rodgers? Was Minnesota going to win this game whether he was playing or not? Or what's your guys' take?
If Rodgers was playing, it would be a game. Packers are officially in tank mode. They're going to try and get as good of a pick as possible. Vikings have every...
One at a time, gentlemen. One at a time.
I don't think going 7-9 is going to get you a good draft pick.
The Vikings.
That's not how the Packers roll. The Packers are going to want to finish the season off right.
Let me talk, son. The Vikings are going to go out and have something to win for. The Packers won't. The Packers are going to want to lose because they're at the point now where it's, why would we try and win a game when we can lose and improve our draft stock, even if it's just by a little bit? The Vikings still have the potential for the 1 seed, so they're going to be going all out tonight, Saturday night. Vikings win a blowout.
I agree.
I agree too, but I just don't believe the Packers will try to lose the game.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to try to lose the game. I think they might play Bridgewater too in this game as well.
What do they have to win? What helps them if they win?
It's the Packers. Their tradition, like they're not going to tank. They're traditionally
they're eliminated.
It doesn't matter.
Nothing. Winning does nothing. Losing helps them more than winning.
What is 7-9 record going to get you in the draft?
Compared to 9-7, probably a pick or two.
I didn't say they were going to go 9-7.
The player they want or not.
They might go 9-7 with even trying to win. Just carry on.
Anyways, we got Christmas Eve games. It's Tampa Bay and Carolina at that 1:00 game in Charlotte, North Carolina. Carolina's sitting pretty at a 10-4 record right now, on the verge of the wild card.
Aaron Rodgers, who?
And as you can see, our Carolina Panthers fan himself, I'm pretty sure he's going to go with the Buccaneers, but that could be just a wrong guess. I'm not quite sure.
No.
Next question.
Cam Newton only plays the first 3 quarters. This is a blowout game. We put Derek Anderson in the game to finish now. Yeah.
Carolina's going to win this game. I will agree with that, though.
Cam Newton's going to throw 100 yards, and everyone's going to claim that he's elite. But let's not get to that topic.
Just because he throws, he'll probably pick up 100 rushing yards. So.
And honestly, I think that the Panthers, even with Cam Newton playing good or not, I still think that the Panthers win this game no matter what. They're just a better team overall than the Buccaneers, but that's not a here. That's
our
not
offense could take a knee every play and win the game with our defense against the Buccaneers.
Could they, though?
Well, it would be questionable.
So are you calling it a shutout?
It would be questionable, this game in particular, because Shaq Thompson is questionable, Thomas Davis is suspended.
Shaq Thompson, yeah.
So that's going to be questionable for our linebacker core, but we're lucky that Thomas Davis's 1-game suspension is coming against a 4-10 team.
I thought it was 2 games.
No, it was reduced today to 1.
Oh, enlighten me.
Anyways, guys, we got the most interesting game of the week coming up. Cleveland Browns against Chicago. Cleveland, can they pull it? Can they pull it out in Chicago?
If Mike Glennon does not play, the Browns will win. Plain and simple.
Bears win it. Mitchell Trubisky is the greatest quarterback besides of Cam Newton.
Okay, that's fine. I'm a big fan of the Bears. I think they have a good young team that's there. They have a core that they're getting together. And that might be because of Scott Bond, but at the same time, I still think they have a team that can be a few years away of being a good team and actually being competitive for a playoff spot. I still think they beat Cleveland. Yes. Cleveland will find a way to lose somehow, some way, and that's pretty much it. Detroit is going to Cincinnati. We got Andy Dalton and Matthew Stafford going at it. So who we got, boys?
Well, since I usually pick wrong, I'm going to go with the Lions, but I want the Bengals to win.
That's right. You're a Cowboys fan, so you want Detroit to lose this game. Detroit, it's going to be tough for Dallas to find anything if Detroit wins this game. So Cincinnati has to play good. They're playing at home. They're getting A.J. Green, obviously, so that'll be good. But, I mean...
This is another one of those situations. What do the Bengals have to play for at this point?
Nothing. Well, they don't want to lose a game.
Lions are going to come out with more to play for. Therefore, they win the game.
If your name is not the Cleveland Browns, you don't try to lose.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think
no one goes into
to win at this point.
No one goes into the season saying, "I want to lose."
No, but they come into Week 16 already eliminated from the playoffs, saying they want to lose.
I think each team wants to go out with a bang.
Yes.
At the end of the year. They want to end with confidence.
It's not like it's not like the NBA where you have 82 games and where like some games don't matter. You know what I mean? For like a team like Philadelphia when they were tanking. These are 16 games that where each one matters, and you are getting paid to play in the NFL. And like you can't. I just don't see any football player saying on any team saying, "Oh, I want to lose," or "I'm going to try my best to lose." I just don't see that as a strategy. I get what you're trying to say. This whole like. Yes, let's try to get a draft pick.
They were trying to lose. They wouldn't have the willpower to win as the team who had something.
I think if you're a losing team at week 16, 17, you have more willpower to win because you want to beat your team.
Yeah, because you have nothing to lose. You can mess up their season. You know what I mean? You can.
We've
that's
seen that before in the past.
Yeah. And especially for these rival games and stuff like that. Like Cleveland, when they play Pittsburgh in Week 17, Cleveland's going to try their hardest to make sure the Steelers don't get that nice, pretty, first-round bye, yada, yada, yada. You know what I mean? Like, it's just stuff like that. And I just don't think, like,
I don't think the Lions will come out and win because it's not like – or lose, I'm sorry. Because it's not like they're playing for a 1 seed, a 2 seed, or a 3 seed. They're playing to keep playing after Week 17.
Yeah, I mean, I know. I'm not disregarding that at all. I think Detroit's winning. But anyway, we talked about this game too much. It's Miami and Kansas City. I think this is easy. Kansas City defeats Miami. I just don't see Jay Cutty winning this one for the Dolphins.
Jay Cutler has been robbed for not making it to the Pro Bowl. So I heard that there's lawyers going to go after the NFL to recount. So I feel like Jay Cutler is going to play his butt off. And win at Arrowhead Stadium.
Arrowhead Stadium. I mean, Kansas City will improve to 9-6 with this win. I just don't see Miami getting this W at all, and this will eliminate them from playoff contention. So,
yes. Cut VP.
Chris, do we have a consensus?
Yeah, Chiefs.
All right.
What about the Rams and the Titans? This game is intriguing.
Nope. We're gonna get to that one in a second. Let's go down this little list that I have right over here. We got Buffalo and New England. I think the Pats will still win this one. Tyrod Taylor's playing, but it doesn't matter. The Patriots win.
It'll be a close one, I believe.
In Foxborough, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I see the schedule.
Gotcha.
I think it'll be a 10-point game.
It's possible.
10-point game.
Yes. But Patriots will come out on top.
Be that close. This is another one of those classic situations where, nothing to play for if you're the Bills, really. I mean,
what are you talking about? They're in the playoffs, Chris.
They are literally in the playoffs right now.
They're the 6th seed. What are you talking about? They have nothing to play for.
But when you look at the schedule of the other teams, I mean,
Chris,
if you are a fan of the Buffalo Bills, you know deep down you're probably
Chris, so you're saying all those football
are the Bills
it doesn't matter if you still want to make the playoffs as a football team. That's a goal. That's a big goal for most players. So you're saying everyone on that Buffalo team's like, oh, we got a tough schedule. We might as well just lose every game.
No, I'm not saying that.
Whatever.
I'm saying if you're the Bills,
you're kind of implying it.
Playoffs.
Don't you still want to see the Bills?
What kind of confidence do you go into going into New England?
Chris,
what are they, the 2 seed right now or the 1?
Chris, what have you been smoking lately?
Chris, you literally just said that the Buffalo Bills have nothing to play for, and they are sitting at the 6th seed as a wild card in the AFC playoffs. All right. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine.
Don't forget about that.
Disregard that. We got Atlanta, New Orleans. Big game for New Orleans. We have to win this game against Atlanta. We're playing in the Dome. The Dome. And
the New Orleans Saints are not who we thought they were.
They are going to beat Atlanta. I think at the end of the day, we still have a better team than Atlanta all around.
Agree.
And I think that it's going to be a tough game. I think it's going to be very competitive. I mean, Atlanta beat us about 2 weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago. And it was in Atlanta, so to be fair, and we were also, injured in that game. So I think New Orleans comes back strong after beating the Jets. A nice way to say, you know what, we got this thing. We had a couple losses here and there, but we're going to beat this team in Atlanta. Then we're going to beat Tampa Bay. Then we're going to move on to bigger and brighter things. That's called the NFC playoffs. And hopefully Atlanta does not beat us, because if so, Atlanta has a very, very good shot of winning out and beating Carolina next week and then winning the NFC South. But we'll get to that in our playoff predictions and stuff like that. But I think New Orleans is going to win this game.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Nothing up much said.
I'm going to go ahead and make that my upset pick of the week. The Falcons upset the Saints, but, wouldn't shock me.
I think you're just mad because the Saints sweep you off.
I think so, too.
I mean, when you look at it, half of our losses came to one team. I'm not really... To me, that just means that was a bad matchup for us. I look at it as we play them in the playoffs. It's hard for a team to beat you 3 times in a season. It just is. And
it's hard to win. It's hard to win into a dome too.
The fact that we've lost half of our games to one team makes me take a step back and look. 4 losses doesn't really look that bad. Sure, they're in the division, but if it comes back down to where we play them, I have confidence that they're not going to beat us 3 times in a season.
The way I see it, the Panthers have nothing to play for, so might as well just take.
They might as well just take the L. All right, so on to another bright match. So we got the Chargers and the Jets. Jets cannot make the playoffs. They are mathematically eliminated. And the Chargers have a chance, but it's a shot in the dark, so I don't know.
A shot in the dark.
Chris, go ahead and say your classic prediction about who's going to tank.
I don't even think I really need to say that.
Chargers win. Joey Bosa shuts down McCown.
Goal, Chargers, goal.
All right, we got the Rams and the Titans. Chris, you wanted to talk about this game, so I'm going to let you handle this one.
This game is very interesting to me. 10-4 Rams, 8-6 Titans. In Nashville, the home of the worst music god.
You ought to kill yourself, Chris. How about that?
KYS, kid.
But, I mean, since they are playing in Nissan Stadium,
blasphemy.
The Titans have a chance. Rams are, in my opinion, not fighting for the 1 seed anymore.
It doesn't matter.
What is this whole thing with you and this, like, they have nothing to fight for? And, like, this whole... I just don't get it.
I'm saying it's at the point of the year where you have to start thinking about resting up for playoffs. They know they're going to be playoffs.
So you're saying if you don't have a chance to win the 1 seed, you're just going to lose every game?
Did I say that? No.
You act like they don't care.
Well, maybe if you actually let me finish talking, you would understand where I was going.
You spoke enough.
Disrespectful child. But
people want to hear the BK.
I don't think they have a lot to fight for at this point in the terms of 1 seed, but I still think they beat Tennessee in a game that will actually be interesting to watch.
So what you just said was nothing. You literally just said the Rams won, and they beat Tennessee. Thanks, Chris. Anyways, we got Denver and Washington coming up. I think the Rams beat the Titans. I don't think there's any debate about that, in my opinion. The Titans are just a weak team.
The Rams are going to kill the Titans. The Titans are overrated.
The Titans are overrated. They're not ready. Denver and Washington. The Redskins beat the Broncos. This game is irrelevant. This game just has to happen because of the schedule and nothing more.
Has to happen.
It has to happen. Now, if we're talking about a game that's
Denver
really
loses.
interesting, Denver should lose. They should lose.
Obviously.
I think the
I
most...
need to make my pick. Everybody's moving on without me.
It's okay.
Tonight is a cluster.
It is a cluster, but you know why? Because you'd say, oh, they have nothing to fight for. And let me give you a reason why.
Well, I messed up talking about the Bills because I thought we were on a different game, and I was texting somebody at the time, so we need to cut that out and go back.
No, we're not cutting that out. That's staying in there. That is staying in there. Because you just...
Well, this part's going to have to be cut out at one point.
That is going in the
Next thing I was like, what do they have to play? I don't even remember what team I thought it was, but I was like, why are they worried about this game? And I looked up and it was the Bills. I was like, oh.
Yep. Anyways, you played yourself.
Win streak will end.
This right here is a fun game. You got Jacksonville, the Teal Curtain, Saxonville, against the 49ers and Jimmy G. And Jimmy G has been killing it for San Fran recently. But I still believe Jacksonville is going to escape with a victory here. Jacksonville's just a good team. They got a good defense.
It'll be a close game, but Jacksonville will find a way.
Now,
they're the more
Jacksonville.
Now I got a question for you guys, real quick. Just one quick question, yes or no? Is San Francisco a playoff team next year?
It depends if Jimmy G stays. That's not the answer to the question.
If they re-sign Jimmy G, I believe they'll be a 9-7 team.
You can't really predict that because what if Jimmy G gets hurt?
He won't get hurt. He's immune.
He's immune. He's got those Belichick powers.
Yes.
He's got that Tom Brady blood.
With him and Kyle Shanahan, that's unstoppable.
We've kind of seen what could happen to teams with injuries and suspensions with the Seahawks.
All right, Chris, we're not playing what if. We're just yes or no question.
All right, we got the Giants. We got the New York Football Giants versus the Arizona Cardinals.
The Bears are what they thought they were.
I think the Cardinals will win this game. I think so. I guess I don't know if it matters, but oh well.
No, it doesn't matter.
All right.
Might as well just forfeit the game.
And who we got, Chris?
Cardinals in a game of the backups.
Everybody
Cardinals backups, so nobody gets hurt.
We got the Seahawks and the Cowboys. Seahawks and the Cowboys. Christmas Eve. What we got, guys?
Game of the week.
In Jerry World.
In Jerry World.
This is your team. I'll let you make the first pick.
No, we got to do... Shannon Sharp always lets Skip Bayless go last, so I'll go last.
Skip. Okay. I think the Seahawks win. Cowboys don't have, Cowboys just aren't impressive. Wait. Is Zeke back this week?
Yes.
Alright, Cowboys win.
Wow, great information.
That changes the whole game if Ezekiel Elliott is back.
I agree. I think with Zeke, Dallas is going to become a much more dangerous team, and Seattle's defense is already weak right now. They're coming off a bad loss to LA. I think Dallas wins at home.
I mean, Chris, Brian, I've said this many times. The Cowboys with Sean Lee are unstoppable. And you know who's going to play that game? Sean Lee. I mean, because our defense the past 3 games, our little 3-game win streak has been dominating. I don't think we've given up 20 points in any of those games. And with Zeke back and banged up Seattle defense, and if we do what Todd Gurley did last week, that's going to be easy win for us.
All right. Well,
Cowboys 38, Seahawks 17.
All right, boys. So
That's a little bit much.
we got 2 games that are not really that important. They're on Christmas Day. Let's go ahead and get through these really quick. We got Pittsburgh and Houston. We got Pittsburgh or Houston. Who we got?
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, I agree.
And yeah.
I want to call the Texans, but I don't think Tom Savage can beat that Steelers defense.
I don't think he can
Or
either.
no. Is Tom Savage playing, or is he still hurt?
Savage. I don't know.
Is Savage still hurt?
Chris, go ahead and pick TJ Yates, the little fanboy.
All right, yeah, I got to stick with my boy T.J. Yates. Go Texans.
Go Texans.
Orange up.
H-Town.
All right, we got Oakland going to Philadelphia.
Oakland upset. Merry Christmas. Christmas, you have to believe.
Cameron, would that really be considered an upset?
Yes.
With Nick Foles at quarterback, is it really?
It's at Philadelphia. It's at Philadelphia.
I'm calling Oakland, but I don't feel like that's an upset. I feel like Khalil Mack will destroy Nick Foles.
I think the Eagles win
one
here.
person.
I think the Eagles
That's
win
all
here.
it takes.
Eagles will win. Fly, Eagles, fly. Anyways, let's move on to the NFL playoff talk, shall we?
Playoffs.
Yeah.
If you're Cleveland, you're just hoping you win a game.
All right, guys. We're here.
Okay, you didn't have to roast Cleveland fans out there.
Yeah.
They've been
We're
through
the
enough.
only team that's in Week 16 without a win.
Chris, remember the Panthers were like one-win team back in the day?
Not anymore.
I don't be talking.
Has turned our organization around.
All right. So
Jimmy Clausen did.
the AFC. Oh God, I'm tired, boys. But we got the Steelers. We got the Pats. We got the Pats, Steelers, Jags, Chiefs, Titans, and then I believe the Bills. Which
The team that does not believe deserve to win.
yes. And then outside of the
Boys,
AFC,
we have breaking news. Lane Kiffin leads Florida Atlantic to a dominant 50-3 win over Akron in their bowl.
Okay, Chris, I think everyone predicted that, so.
A 50-3 blowout. I didn't predict a blowout.
we want Bama.
We want Bama.
Hey, man, former team.
UNC would
Illusion Bowl.
started Nathan Elliott.
Illusion Bowl.
All right, so, anyways, guys, so on the outside of the playoffs, looking into the AFC is the Ravens, the Chargers, the Raiders, and the Dolphins. Now, with the way the AFC playoffs are right now, are there any changes that you guys see or anything at all?
For AFC, I think it'll stay the same. The Bills will find a way to keep that last spot.
Wow.
My AFC playoffs, the 1 seed, New England, 2 seed, Pittsburgh, 3 seed, Jacksonville, 4 seed, Kansas City, 5 seed, Baltimore, 6 seed, the Los Angeles Chargers. Yes, unfortunately, there's going to be an NC State quarterback in the end.
I hope
Hey,
the
man.
Chargers make it.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Chargers.
Bandwagon.
I think it's gonna
I've
be
always
like
been a
you.
fan.
I think it's gonna be New England first, Pittsburgh second, Jacksonville third, Kansas City fourth, fifth is going to be the Baltimore Ravens, and sixth will be the Tennessee Titans. Somehow, some way.
That's where we're different.
That's how, some way, the Titans will make it there. I don't know how, but the Titans will make it. But yeah, let's go to the NFC side. One really interesting playoff picture, I'll say. Currently, it's the Philadelphia Eagles at the number 1, the number 2 seed, Minnesota Vikings, 3, Los Angeles Rams, 4th, New Orleans Saints, 5th, Carolina Panthers, the 6th, Atlanta Falcons, and in the hunt is the Detroit Lions, Dallas Cowboys, and Seattle Seahawks. Is it going to change up, boys? Because I think this one is going to change tremendously.
Oh, I agree with you. First off, I just think the Vikings are going to find a way to get that first spot. The Eagles, I think, will drop their last 2 games. So I got Vikings 1, Eagles 2. And here's when the fun begins. I still have the Rams at 3. But I have the Saints at 4. But 5 will be the Carolina Panthers, and the 6th seed. The almighty hand of God has helped us out finally. The Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, oh, are you sure about that?
Are you sure about that?
All right,
Alright.
Chris, let us know. Enlighten us.
1, Eagles 2, Rams 3, NOLA 4, Carolina 5, and Detroit sneaks into the playoffs with the 6th seed.
Huh.
Are you sure about that?
Detroit's last 2 games are against the Bengals and the Packers. Stafford can win those.
Can he though?
So let's just think about this real quick. So is Atlanta going to lose to Carolina in Week 17? That's a really
Yep.
Yes.
Panthers won't lose another game. Panthers
Okay.
won't lose another game this season.
So
You better not be lying to me because I need those Falcons to lose.
I think the Cowboys have too tough of a road and too much things to happen in order for them to make the playoffs, and I think they're barely just going to miss the playoffs this year. The Seahawks will not make the playoffs, and I'm with Chris. I think that what he's saying is very likely, and I think the Lions will get that 6th spot.
I'd like to point out that the Falcons are not having as bad a year as the Panthers did with their Super Bowl hangover, but can I point out a little bit of a conspiracy real quick that I was
My
really
God.
thinking hard about today?
I
It's
bet
not
you
even
were.
that bad. 2015, what was the surprise team to come out of the NFC?
The Cowboys.
The Panthers. 2016. What
No,
was the surprise
not that fast.
What
Not
was-
that fast.
Cameron,
Not that
shut up.
fast. Hold
I'm
up.
talking about the
Let me
teams that
stop
represent
you real quick.
Stop
No,
interrupting
no,
me.
no, no,
Stop
no, no.
interrupting me. No,
I want to say
Stop
y'all
interrupting
had
me.
the easiest
This is
schedule in
major.
2015. Easiest
Cameron, it doesn't
schedule
matter.
in 2015.
Who's in the Super Bowl?
Easiest
Who's in
schedule.
the Super Bowl? Who's in the Super Bowl?
Because y'all had the
Right there.
easy
Right
schedule.
there. We had to beat the 13-3 Cardinals to get there.
Swing first, I can swing last.
Moving on, you immature child.
Oh, I'm immature.
2016.
Okay. Watch this kid in
2016.
Spanish class.
2016, who was a surprising team? The Falcons. And
The
2017, we have the Saints.
No one thought the
Not
Cowboys
long
were going to be
ago,
that
I
good.
remember when the Panthers were making the playoffs at 7-8-1 and winning the NFC South. And not a long period of time, the NFC South has gone from the worst division in the NFL to the best.
Hey, you know
I
what's
really
funny? Is that the past couple years, it's been the Panthers in the Super Bowl and then the Falcons in the Super Bowl. And I think we're going to have another NFC South team in the Super Bowl this year, and that's going to be
It's
the
the
New Orleans
Panthers.
Saints. No,
It's the Saints.
the Saints are going to make the Super Bowl. You mark my words,
The
because
Buccaneers.
the way this playoff is set up, the Vikings are going to crumble under pressure of either Bridgewater or Keenum in the playoffs.
Under
You got-
pressure.
Yes, boom. Then you got the Eagles, who have lost Carson Wentz, and there's no way that the Eagles are going to be
Once in a
making the
lifetime.
Super Bowl. There's no way. The Saints and the Rams will be the NFC Championship games. Mark my words, Saints go on to be in the Super Bowl in Minnesota, and they're going to face
Minnesota.
the New England Patriots. So enjoy it while you
Once
can,
in a
guys,
lifetime.
because I called it now. Anyways, we got to get on to college football. We're at the 30-minute mark, so let's get this thing cracking.
Wentz in a lifetime has Wentz. Oh, never mind. Delete that. They won ACL and it didn't come out right.
You know that you
Eagles
said,
win, didn't
you literally said this at the top of our first segment, so you made it great. Thank God for Chris Major. Anyways, college football
NBA
playoffs.
Finals predictions. Kemba Walker wins MVP, Most Improved Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, they're kind of the worst team ever.
Steve
They're
Clifford.
kind of the worst team.
Did you hear that? That's the sound of people clicking off this video when you talk about Kemba Walker.
Thanks, Chris.
Do you hear that? Do you hear that? That's the sound of haters. And you know what? Kemba blocks out the haters with his step.
I can't even walk into anything.
How can you?
I didn't say he walked anything. I said he blocked out.
All right,
Are you
guys.
making block jokes right now?
All right. Clemson and Alabama, Oklahoma and Georgia. Are we bringing in our guest analyst for this?
Yes. Here's
I
our
thought we
special
were doing
guest,
the
Chris.
NBA predictions first.
Oh no, we didn't make a slide for that.
Oh no.
Okay, are we gonna do this college football playoff predictions?
Yes, we're going to be
Yes.
doing it right now. My predictions
give me a
real quick. We got Clemson,
Wait.
Alabama. This is mine. This is just mine, Chris. I'm trying to buy time. I'm trying to stall for you. We got Alabama beating Clemson, and then we got Oklahoma beating Georgia, Oklahoma and Alabama in the college football playoff final, and Oklahoma is going to lose. Alabama is going to be your winner of the college football playoff this year.
Chris, I'll buy even more time for you. This Alabama-Clemson game had me thinking for a good 10 minutes. I wasn't sure what Alabama team was going to show up. And then I didn't know what Clemson team was going to show up. And then I finally
Probably
did
the football team. It's not going to be the basketball team.
But here's what made my decision. I believe that Clemson will win, and Oklahoma will beat Georgia. And Oklahoma will come on top because they're going to prove to their little biased college football committee that they should have been ranked above Clemson all year long.
Hmm.
And somehow they only have a 19% chance of winning. How, Sway?
Interesting.
Yes.
So, Brian, remind me again what your picks were, just so that I have this in my head.
Alabama over Clemson, Oklahoma over Georgia, and then Alabama over Oklahoma.
Cameron, remind me
Oklahoma.
of your picks.
Clemson, Oklahoma, then Oklahoma.
All right, boys.
Baker Mayfield was putting up 50 over Clemson.
This is where things get interesting. We've got two SEC teams in the top four.
Really?
You
Alabama.
don't say.
Alabama.
Really, Chris? I didn't know.
Can you not interrupt me for 2 seconds? Thanks. Alabama plays
1, 2.
Clemson. Alabama's going to beat Clemson. Georgia's defense is going to beat Oklahoma. Georgia has the fourth best defense in the league.
Didn't they
they're
give
gonna
up 42
completely
points to
shut-
Auburn?
And they're going to completely shut down Baker Mayfield. They're going to prove that Baker Mayfield is not that great. And we're going to have an all-SEC national championship. Georgia versus Bama.
In the dome, in the Georgia Dome.
And even though it's basically a home game for the Bulldogs, Crimson Tide win it.
There is no defense in this country that can stop Oklahoma.
Except for Georgia. And, Bama.
Didn't
Even
they
if
give
it
up
comes-
40?
Even if it comes down to Alabama and Oklahoma, Alabama has the best defense in the nation.
They're kind of.
But let's get our guest speakers picks. Bailey, what
Oklahoma's
are your
going to put up
picks?
50.
So I think Clemson is going to beat Bama, but then I think Georgia's going to beat Oklahoma, then Clemson's going to take it.
Okay.
Well, this has made my day even worse.
Oh, wow.
So Clemson wins the national championship over Georgia.
Chris, did you pay her to say that?
I actually didn't. I don't want Clemson to win it. So tell me
You
one
want me
thing.
to screenshot?
Tell me one thing then. Is NC State going to win their bowl game, Bailey?
They haven't.
I don't know. All I know is that they beat UNC Chapel Hill by 11 points. That's all I got to say. I was at the game. It was pretty lit, so.
Okay, get
That's
her
what
off
happens.
Let me say this.
get her
Let
off
me
the
say
call.
this, Chris.
One
Let me say
more
this,
outburst
Chris.
like that and you're done.
Chris, let me say this. NC State has an 88% chance of winning that game. The highest percentage
And
of
help me
all
out.
bowl
Who did they play?
games.
Help me out.
Arizona State. We can't help who we play. We want to play. I wanted
The
to play
El
Red Team.
Paso Bowl.
I hope we. I can't help who we play and where we play. I hope we do
UNC
play a
played
great
in that
team.
bowl last year and just lost by the skin of our teeth thanks to a god-awful play call by Larry Fedora.
Oh, so now you're hating on your coach.
No, everybody
Snake.
makes a bad call, but I don't feel like NC State will win their bowl game. Just like I don't
Chris.
feel like Duke will win their bowl game.
You are. That is just complete bias right there.
Is it though?
Yes.
Just because it's
88%
an 88%
chance of winning.
Just because it's the 88% chance, y'all are gonna win.
Our offense and defense is a whole lot better. They have their head coach is confirmed playing his last game.
Is Chubb playing the game? Is Chubb gonna play?
Is Chubb.
They haven't. Even if he doesn't play, their D line is still unstoppable.
No.
He did not carry that defense.
All right, guys. Well, we're gonna continue. We're gonna continue.
So Bailey, the last question: will NC State beat Arizona State in the El Paso Bowl?
El Paso.
El Paso. Oh God, we gotta end this one, guys. We have to end this one right now. So we're gonna continue this conversation off the air. But thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please drop a like, and we want you to subscribe here.
Before we end this, I just want to give a shout out to D. Brian Kitten on being George Bailey for 48 hours.
Thanks, man. I appreciate
This
it.
man was
He did a really
George
good
Bailey
job.
for 3 hours.
For 3 hours.
He did a real good job.
It's almost like you're playing Scramble.
All right. Well, see you later, guys. Good night.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. See you guys on our next episode of Under Pressure. Peace.